Right, welcome to this review video for some new terrain from Gamemat.eu. They do supply pre-painted terrain to use in your games of Warhammer 40,000. So in this video I have what's called the Rocky Base set. So it's one of their larger sets of terrain. I reckon it'll match in quite nicely with a number of the battle mats that they produce, and a very unique set that they have put together here. It's pre-painted, so you're able to when it arrives in the post, you unpack and you can use it in games straight away. It's to a finished standard, so that you can use straight away, or you can add to it and improve it. Some of the terrain sets that I get from Gamemat.eu, I had sort of had my own effects on top of the pre-painted designs just to match it in with the terrain that I already have. But the boxes here, it's quite a large set, but we'll start unboxing and you can take a look at this entire terrain set. Alright, so bring out the first piece here. It's one of the larger pieces, looking something like that, but as I said, pre-painted, and I have to say all the sets that I've reviewed before, the paintwork on this, and this is just, you know, boxed. They haven't sent me a unique one here. This is just straight out of the box, the same as you would receive in the post, but this has been painted very neatly here. So I think they've raised the standard. Correct me if I'm wrong, it looks like a bit of airbrushing going on here as well, in here, and then this shade being added in. So it's paintwork combined with a bit of airbrushing for effect, and I think it's a pretty good job. And as you can see, this is a nice large piece of terrain. You can stack other bits on top, whether that's their own stuff or you can build your own stuff to add on top. I can imagine some sort of steel construction and walkways and stuff on top look very cool, or some kind of landing pad, things to land on top. There's openings here, 1, 2 there as well, and then as well as being part of the terrain, these steps going up and this ridge around here, they're just sort of thinking of balancing models as they're climbing up and trying to traverse the terrain as well. So great, nice, good start here. That's one of the larger pieces that you get in this set here, so just push that to one side. But as you can see, nice finish to that. Then inside you also get one of these, which can go by itself. It's a ruin that can stand alone, or I think you can stack it on top of some of the terrain pieces inside the set as well. So they've highlighted it nicely and then picked out some of the steel work here and here as well. Yeah, an easy thing to add to this is a little bit of rusty wash, just to go over the steel work. If you're looking to improve the set, I mean, as you can see, it's ready to be used on the table straight away, but you can add some sort of rusty streaks on this and weathering effects very easily to that. A little bit of flock dotted in if you want to add a little bit of green to it. Keeping it this neutral colour though means it can go on the Martian landscape, an urban setting such as this mat just here, or in the desert, wherever it is, but as soon as you start putting coloured flock, say green flock for example, then it might look a bit out of place in the desert or on a Martian landscape. So neutral colour scheme here, which you can then add to if you want. You don't have to, just paint it to a good standard as it comes. And then I think this is the largest piece here, which is this one here, and it is big. It's a large piece of terrain, but again, cleverly what they've done is these rocky outcrops here where models can balance on there, so it looks like you'll be able to maintain your unit coherency as you scale up, which is excellent. And it goes all the way to the very top here, and you get this hatch or this opening just there, and some vents and piping sticking out, and then this walkway that goes all the way around. And again, for balancing units on top, you stick a Devastator squad on top there, for example. Really good. You can see these steps sticking out so that you can stagger the models going up. So cleverly worked out, this one. But this is an impressive terrain set, this one here. I'm not sure if they've made him. I'm just getting the feeling there's improvements been made here with the quality of this. Is very nice sturdiness to this one, and they've upped their level, I think, as far as the pre-painting goes. So it's already been to a good standard, but that's really nice. And then there's 3 more pieces here. So there's this piece here, and again, it's nicely done. The sculpting works great. Airbrushing's being used. You can see it. There's airbrushing being used across the model. The burn marks here for this crater, and again, it looks alright as a standalone piece, but I think this just goes on top, like so. Brilliant. And again, you don't have to. Looks alright as it is. We could put something else there, or an ammo dump. I could stack up some of my 40k boxes and barrels on top there. But that does slot in there if you want it to, if you want that ruined building to fit on. And the 2 tones going on with this seems to work well. The grey of the building, and then the Martian red sand colours here for the rocks as well. So nice. And I can imagine if you could find some rocks similar to this, which would be easy enough to find, and then some sand or some fine gravel, and just build it up on your terrain. Put in some scatter, and you could blend this in, make it look really good. So nice. And then 2 smaller pieces, so 3 very large pieces here, and then 2 smaller pieces. And again, nice neat work with the pre-painting on these. 2 are the same, but you can rotate them around and put them in different places. So like a missile silo almost here. And again, with this, the rocks look fine. You can maybe put a very quick upgrade to this. If I was painting this a bit more, would be to take like I would say a shab T-bone and a very, very light dry brush, just to get more of a dusty kind of feel. And then around here, just drop on some rusty wash, just to add a bit more effect to that. Easily done. But as I said, it's ready to use straight away in your games as soon as you unpack it from the box. But again, this nice rocky theme continued on, and this whole set ties in really nice. So that's the set then for this rocky base. There's that one, those 2, this first piece that we looked at, and then this very large dominating piece here as well, which you need line of sight blocking and some height on the battlefield. It makes it really, really interesting. So a nice mixture here with this set. I reckon if you wanted to go for this theme, I reckon for a 6x4 table, or indeed as things change, perhaps a 5x4 table, 2 sets of this would fill it up quite nicely, plus some other accessories. Then you'd have a nice full table with a real good mixture of terrain. And check out Gamemat.eu. They have a selection of battle mats, a number of their battle mats. I think they do 1 or 2 battle mats with a Martian sort of scheme. They do some desert themed battle mats as well, so a good number of their battle mats would fit in very nicely with this terrain set that they have produced. So that's the review. The link for Gamemat.eu is in the video description below. Keep a lookout for more reviews on the channel. But that's the review for this new terrain set from Gamemat.eu. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.